Hi, my name is Sheila Satin, and I'm the co-owner here, along with my sister Lisa, at the Satin Crystals Boutique. And today, we're going to have an overview on calcite, its meanings, and answer your top 5 questions about calcite. At the end, I'll also reveal our personal experiences with calcite, and I'd love to hear your calcite stories as well. What is calcite? So calcite is the 5th most common mineral on Earth. It comes in many different colors, shapes, and formations. Here I have one that is calcite with pyrite inclusions, and I'll show you many more examples upcoming in the video. The top 5 questions on calcite that we're going to answer today are: how many colors and types of calcite are there? How do you identify calcite? Who are calcite's cousins? Who can benefit from calcite's energies? And what are the crystal healing properties of calcite? How many types and colors of calcite are there? As we said before, calcite is a very common mineral, and it grows all over the world because it grows in all types of environments, so it's easy for it to form. And in fact, calcite is known as the crystal with the most formations out of all the crystals in the world. Some people say there's even 300, 500, even 800 types of calcite formations. So here we have one that is a cave calcite, a stalactite, and here's one that grows in the ground. So in its natural, pure form, it is white, like these calcite, and then other minerals jump into the crystallization process and you get all kinds of colors. So I'll just show you a few here because of course there are hundreds of types and formations we said, and I only have a few in my collection at the moment. Maybe one day we'll have even more. So those are the white calcite. We have a dark pink cobaltian calcite and a light pink manganese calcite, along with a lighter yellow calcite and a darker honey calcite, like I have on my bracelet and earrings. There is blue calcite, which is usually found in this lighter blue color. And we have a green calcite, which is this nice fresh green. We also have a more blue-green stone. There is the orange calcite, so a little bit darker, a little bit lighter in form, color. And then we have a brown dogtooth calcite. So just a few of the colors you can find in the calcite family. How do you identify calcite? So as we said, calcite is very abundant and it can be mistaken for a lot of other crystals. So you want to test your calcite to see if it's really calcite. We have 4 different methods you can use. They are not conclusive in themselves, but they can take you on the right path to see if you're on the right track to calcite. The first is the scratch method. So calcite is a relatively soft stone. It's only a 2.5 to a 3 on the Mohs scale of hardness. So it will be scratched by a metal nail. The metal nail will scratch the calcite. It won't scratch harder crystals like quartz or jasper or agates, so that can rule out some other stones. You can also try the vinegar method. So calcite is a highly reactive stone to acid, even weak acid like household vinegar. So you'll just have to place your crystal into a little vinegar bath and see if it starts to bubble up. If it does, then you are probably on the right track to calcite. The third test you can try is to observe the shape of the calcite, or you observe the shape where the calcite has fractured, and it may have a rhombohedral shape. If you forgot your geometry, this is a parallelogram shape where the 2 sides that touch each other are uneven in length. The last test you could try is the UV light test, and a lot of the calcites will fluoresce under UV light. Just take it into a dark room, put your UV light over the stones and see if they glow. Not all calcite will glow, however, but if it does, it could take you on the right path. This is also applicable if you have a high heat, and calcite supposedly will have an afterglow just like metal does under high heat. But of course, this is also risking your piece to cracks and breaks, so you'll have to be careful, as with all of these tests as well. Who are calcite's cousins? So calcite has the same chemicals but a different crystal structure than aragonite. Aragonite is very closely associated with calcite, and some crystals are so hard to distinguish the two from each other, so you might be buying one or the other. So this is a piece of aragonite here, but it does look like calcite. You'll also find a stone called Italian onyx or Mexican onyx, which is actually calcite and aragonite mixed. Onyx just sounds like a fancier name, but is actually a calcite and aragonite stone. You will also find the septarian stone, which is a yellow calcite, a brown aragonite, and a gray limestone. Limestone is also very closely related to calcite, as it's composed mainly of the shells of sea animals, so that which is also composed of a lot of calcite is shells from the sea. And two other ones that are cousins of calcite are the lapis lazuli, so you'll see white calcite within lapis, and you'll also find that rhodochrosite, a popular dark pink gemstone, is a manganese-rich calcite. So those are just a few of the relations of different crystals with calcite. Who can benefit from calcite's energies? So if you can relate to any of these traits, you will benefit from calcite metaphysically. First of all, if you're feeling down in the dumps, if you're feeling blue, sad, calcite is known as one of the uplifting stones. So you can hold them, you can surround yourself, you can meditate or manifest with calcite and get yourself out of that moody state. Secondly, if you love rainbows, as we said, calcite comes in all colors. You can even make a chakra set with just calcite stones and balance all your chakras that way. If you need some more color or in your space or your wardrobe, just surround yourself again with calcite. Bright calcite jewelry is perfect. If you like waxy stones, calcite naturally comes in a waxy texture. It's nice and smooth. It also comes in a rough texture, which is perfect if you like to use your stones as essential oil stones. So you can actually just drop in a few drops of oil into the stone and use it as a diffuser for aromatherapy. You can also do this if you have a rough piece of calcite in your jewelry and just have it with you throughout the day. Also, if you're looking for a crystal for new beginnings and a new start, calcite is great for that. What are the healing properties of calcite? So there's so many different formations and colors of calcite that each one will affect you differently. But in general, the calcite family is known for uplifting your emotions and cleansing them. So if you want to focus on absorbing the positive lessons of your life and letting go of anything that is not serving you anymore, cutting ties with toxic relationships and getting out of those stagnant routines, then use calcite to help you move positively forward in your life. It's also a stone of abundance, both physically and metaphysically. Calcite will remind you that there's life beyond your small bubble that you have created for yourself. So you can live colorfully and free, just like calcite does if you open your mind. So those are the answers to your top 5 questions on calcite. If you want to know about the individual colors of calcite, check out our Satin Crystals article on our website and you can find out each of the metaphysical properties. Now I'm going to tell you about our personal experiences with calcite. So for me, I've always been intrigued with dogtooth calcite. And this was even before I had any dogs. Now that I do have dogs, it's even more intriguing. The dogtooth calcite has little fang formations, and I think it's just pretty cool. I also fell in love with this honey calcite platter, and I place it in my home so whenever guests come over, they see this brightly colored stone, and it just elevates the mood of the whole household. My sister Lisa has a golden calcite sphere. As you might know, she is a sphere fanatic. She has a crystal ball that's golden in tone. Obviously mine is white. We don't work together, so I don't have hers here with me. But she says that she likes to gaze into it. There's rainbows and inclusions, just like the white one has, but it's a golden tone. And she places it in her office, and whenever she looks at it, she's just reminded of a slice of sunshine. Do you have any calcite stories to share? We would love to hear them. Thanks for watching, and please do subscribe to our channel for further crystal healing videos. As always, thank you for your positive energy at Satin Crystals. And yes, this is a very, very heavy ball.